last Christmas I was talking about getting snow boots and I just mentioned it. My phone, not even on me. My wife's phone, not even on her. And then all of a sudden, within 2 hours, I'm seeing ads. If I'm scrolling through Instagram, I'm seeing ads about snow boots.
Cheeseburgers every single Tuesday for $5. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of the Spokane Real Estate Podcast. My name is Connor Phelan. I'm the marketing coordinator here at the Top Agent team, joined by Kyle Nash, director of onboarding. First things first, we have a $50 gift card to the Union Tavern. It's a great restaurant on Sprague. They have an awesome happy hour they run every single day throughout the week. And cheeseburgers every single Tuesday for $5. We got a $50 gift card. Just drop an emoji or any sort of comment down in the comment section. We're going to pick one person to win this on next week's episode. Again, $50 gift card to the Union Tavern on Sprague. One of our favorite places to go here at Top Agent.
Where we're going right after this podcast.
Right after this, going to get some cheeseburgers.
Awesome.
So with that being said, Kyle, you want to talk about the numbers and the market and
Sure.
What's going on in Spokane here?
Yeah, I'll talk about the numbers a little bit. So kind of updated a way that I'm actually doing this now. So just to talk a little bit about, all actives. I know I kind of did a percentage change for a while, but what I'd like to do now is kind of just go over the net differences. So last week we had 2,109 active listings, and so now this week we have 2,126. And so again, I like to just talk about the net differences as opposed to the percentage change. So that's just a net difference of about minus 17. So a little bit lower on the listing side. But for all the other categories, they're actually a positive net now. So 293 new listings currently this week. So in the last 7 days, they're new listings, and that's actually a net positive of 51. So last week it was 242. So we're up about 50 listings this week. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And then pending, we're at 62 positive. So 321 was the number last week, and we're up 383 now this week. So positive 62. And then closed deals, 243 closed last week, and then 252 is what's closing this week. And so that's a net gain of 19 now. So I'm hoping that for you guys that are listening, I know numbers can be boring sometimes. So if you think this is boring, just let us know. We'll just kind of throw a PDF on there and show you, what the numbers actually look like. But I think this is a little bit more easy for people to grasp on the net, how much does it actually go up per week, right? So that's what I got for the numbers. So
why do you think there's so many new listings this week?
Honestly, I think people are probably getting ready for school to start, and I know it's kind of an interesting time right now. I know my wife, she just had to start back this week, so I think a lot of those people that might not have, maybe they didn't know what to do over the summer. I mean, honestly, I'm not really positive. If you guys know reasons why people are selling now and when school started as opposed to not, let me know. Comment down below or something, and we'll talk about that. But I think my best guess, honestly, is there's some sellers that actually strategically wait for school to start before they want to put their home on the market, because then they're going to find it's different kinds of listings that go on the market. Generally not families that are looking, if that's kind of something that you're seeing. Most people, when they get their kids in school or something, they don't want to move the week that school starts. They want to have already been in the house in the summertime. So my guess is, there's probably a lot of investment properties that are now going on the market. So a lot of duplexes, triplexes, all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Just filling it up. I saw on KHQ the other day, National Geographic named Riverfront Park one of America's most beautiful urban parks. National Geographic.
Wow.
We are getting some national attention here.
Awesome.
They've done a really good job with that place down there.
Absolutely. I never got on the ribbon. Never got to do any skating on the ribbon or anything like that. During wintertime, they make it an ice skating rink, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, maybe this winter we'll have a team event and go down there and do that or something. So.
Client event.
There we go.
That's
we actually did a client event at the Carousel, and that was we did that last summer. So we hosted that. So Stay tuned. Yeah.
Cool. There's been a lot of comments coming through on Facebook, and I kind of wanted to jump into this. So there's there's quite a few tools on our website that people can access whether it's home valuation or if you're just searching for properties and you want to be set on e-alerts. If a home in your category comes on the market, say you're looking for a home between $200,000 and $250,000, our system, our website will send you those listings on a daily basis as they hit the market. So it's kind of an advantage. And Kyle, I was just hoping you could maybe fill people in, maybe more on the buyer side first, and then we can go into the home valuation tool on our site and answer people's questions.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just demystify a lot of what's going on real estate websites. When you go on Zillow or Realtor.com, they're a third-party company. A lot of the time, they're paying for advertising, and you'd know, Connor, right? I mean, they're paying for advertising through Google. So if somebody Googles Realtor.com or Zillow, or they're looking for homes, they have a lot of that online space, and they're third-party. So what they actually do is they sell your information to all the realtors. So that's why when you go on realtor.com and you request, a showing for a house, and then you have 5, 6, maybe 10 agents calling you, they're paying for that zip code to gain information and gain leads. I mean, most companies do something like this. Real estate is no different than, mortgage area. If you're looking to refinance or something like that, a lot of the time that information, if you put it in online, that information gets sent out to other people that are paying that company to gather that information. So it's essentially a third party. So what our website is specifically is it's different, is it's directly linked to us. So what's nice about that is, the only people that you're gonna get calling you are either the person's website that you were directly on or somebody on our team. You're not gonna get a bunch of other realtors from some other company. So I would strongly suggest first, before you even get set up on a website like that, reach out and ask friends, family, who's a good agent that I should get in touch with. I mean, obviously, we've helped over 1,000 people buy and sell in Spokane. So we love referrals. We love working with people and giving them the same great service that we gave our clients. So with that, I think you're going to have a lot less stress. I mean, for me, Connor, if you put your name in online and you had 10 people calling you right away, what would you think?
Well, I mean, I guess I wouldn't know until that actually happened.
Yeah.
But I do get annoyed by people just randomly calling me and things like that. And
All the auto texts that go out to say, hey.
yeah, but it's like not even people from, like, if it's from a website that I put my information into, that's different. But like when just random companies and stuff start calling me trying to sell me all this other stuff, it's like, where do you draw the line? And who's to say, Zillow or Realtor.com doesn't sell your information to, other sources based on your gender, your age, and, all that jazz, because these companies know everything, man.
Yeah.
Facebook, Google, I mean, they know everything about you. Facebook knows what you like, what you love, what you don't like, what makes you mad, what, what toots your horn,
Yeah.
whatever. They know everything, and people just don't think about these things. But every day, we're giving information to these big corporations, and I guess it's just kind of a way of life now, and it's just something that we go along with.
Well, and I think the crazy thing is, just for example, I'm sure people see like memes online about this kind of stuff, but like last Christmas, I was talking about getting snow boots, and I just mentioned it. My phone, not even on me. My wife's phone, not even on her. And then all of a sudden, within 2 hours, I'm seeing ads. If I'm scrolling through Instagram, I'm seeing ads about snow boots. Like, I didn't even look on it online. I didn't do any, my search history had nothing about snow boots. Neither did my wife's. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing ads for snow boots.
Were you in your house?
Yeah, it was in my house.
Oh.
So again, there's other things like smart TVs will listen to you. So that's, again, it's scary if you don't understand that that's just kind of the norm now. I mean, all these devices are listening to us, and it's scary. But at the same time, I mean, you can also turn a lot of that stuff off once you find out, like, why am I seeing this ad? There's a reason why, like, if you're on YouTube and you see the, you say, oh, this ad is either inappropriate or it's not even, like, why am I seeing this ad?
Right.
There's actually a little tab that you can click So do that. I mean, a lot of people just don't even do that, and they get frustrated that why are they seeing this and why is everybody listening to me?
Yep.
But so kind of back to the real estate side of stuff for us. Again, our website is directly connected to us. So if you see top agent team home valuation, that's
Yeah.
going to go directly to us.
And you're only going to get top agents calling you. You're not going to get so and so from this company, so and so from this company, and
Exactly.
so on and so forth.
So, and we could talk a little bit more about what those tools actually do, right?
Yeah.
So
there's tons.
yeah.
Of stuff that you can
So
do.
the home search, I mean, that's what's cool with our team and our website is, again, most agents have access to something like this. So, at the end of the day, we sell, as far as agents go, we're selling ourselves, and we want to make sure that we're going to be a good fit. That's something, again, we talk with our agents about. At the end of the day, an agent's job is to help you find the house that you need to get under contract, or not need, but help you find a house, facilitate that process in the transaction, and close. So with us, I mean, that's ultimately those are the roles that your agent plays, and then throughout the rest of the transaction, I mean, I would say from the very get-go, you want to start interviewing agents, and you want to find out who's going to be the best fit. I mean, generally, you don't just find one thing and pick it. I mean, if you're looking for stuff, you want to either interview a couple people. I mean, a lot of people that do listings and stuff like that, where we're listing agents, they go out. A seller's interviewing multiple agents. They're not just interviewing one person.
Yeah.
And again, I suggest it. If I go out and I talk to a seller, I recommend to them, I was like, I want you to interview another agent, because at the same point, like, agents are also in competition. It's kind of an interesting dynamic. We're in competition, but we're also in cooperation. So we're in competition with each other to, earn business, but also we have to cooperate with other agents. So it's an interesting career. But I also just think, really it's just about who do you want to work with? Who do you like working with? And some personalities just don't match.
Yeah.
And I think that's, again, something with us at Top Agent Team. That's what we talk with our agents about. We train them up and say, it's okay if some people aren't going to be good fits. It's
right.
Okay. So, so with that, again, we don't want to be pushy salespeople or anything like that. And then again, with the tools that we offer through our websites, ultimately it's going to be, most other people have access to that too, right? I mean, most agents, they can look at Zillow too. It's a Zestimate. They can see all the valuations of properties. And so the same thing that sellers look at, agents can look at too. Obviously, we have a lot more resources. That's why we're the professionals, because this is my job. I don't feed my family unless I can go on there and be more accurate than some other agents.
Right.
And so being a numbers person is huge in this business, because I think if I can go and say, okay, based on these comparables, and I know this neighborhood really well, and this is what these houses are selling for in this neighborhood, I can't 100% guarantee, because I do not have a crystal ball, and I cannot tell you what the market value of your home is, because
the market's constantly changing.
Right. Market value is what somebody is willing to pay for a property. Now, an appraiser may say otherwise, but market value for us, that's what we consider market value, is whatever somebody's willing to pay for the house. So for me, again, in this market, a lot of agents are pricing it just a little bit under what they believe their perceived market value should be. And that's what a lot of people are seeing, these prices go higher and higher and higher, because they see a deal. They see that, okay, this house was listed at $295, and it looks, from Zillow saying it's worth $310, $315. So I'm getting a deal. And then they go and put a bid out for $315, and then there's 10 other people that are putting a bid out to $320, $325. Yeah. So, there's just so many different things with real estate, but ultimately the first step is get hooked up with somebody that you like to work with.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and don't get mad at a realtor for calling you. I mean, this is, like Kyle said, this is their job. This is how they feed their families. If they don't help people buy or sell a home, they're not making any money, right? It's their job, and there's so much to it. I mean, I'm not a realtor, but there is a lot of stuff to it. Like, I would never want to buy a house by myself. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even imagine doing it. So,
and that is, it's the biggest purchase most people make, and there's a lot of people that are for sale by owners. So again, just like you said, some people do want to do it by themselves. because they say they know how to do it. And you and I were just talking about stocks and stuff a little bit earlier. It's like, well, if you did learn how to do some things by yourself, yeah, you'd probably make some more money. You would net yourself some more money. But at the end of the day, our job is it's to provide a convenience for our
Yeah.
clients and to relieve any stress
And
that they may have.
do people make mistakes in the home buying process?
Oh yeah,
I mean, and
absolutely.
that can
Yeah.
end up costing you even more in the end
Yep.
than it would just hiring a professional to go do it for you. If my toilet's broken, I ain't no plumber, man. I'm calling a plumber.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, again, YouTube can teach you so many things, which is
True.
fantastic. But at the end of the day, you know, we know most agents, there's actually a disclosure that we send out that says we're not experts in everything. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we had to learn taking our license test. There's so many questions about like mortgages and all those kinds of things. Like, well, that's what we have mortgage lenders for. So the other thing is with Top Agent Team, again, we have so many connections with so many vendors, and a lot of other agents in the market do. It's not just us. It's not just Top Agent Team. I don't want to make this seem like I'm bashing other agents or anything like that. So we all know people, and it's the same thing. We want to work with people that we like and we trust. That's a big thing with real estate. And again, for people that are looking to buy or sell, that's the same reason. They want to go and work with somebody that they like and they trust. And so again, sometimes people just might not like you.
Yeah.
And if you, again, if you're in sales and if you're in commission, again, like I said, if I don't sell a house, I don't feed my family. But at the same point, you know, I also need to be likable. Like I want people to like me and work with me.
Yeah.
So being in a business of rejection, it's, you know, it can be tough. It can be challenging. But at the same point, like when you do help families and you do, and you know that they like you and you maintain that relationship with them, I mean, that's way more fulfilling. And I think that's they'll refer you to friends and family. And then that's how it's kind of like, okay, I've built this business and I've built myself up in this community, and people know me and people know that I'm in real estate and that I can help them and get it, you know, not necessarily in this market a great deal, but you know, give it a few years.
It'll be a great deal in 5 years.
Yeah. Or, you know, if they want to list
not.
their house, then sure, I can help them get a great deal on that. So
100%.
but yeah, so again, when you're looking online, you know, read some reviews, read Google reviews, Zillow reviews if you'd like, you know, and read what people say about the agents. And then honestly, you know, if you do have an agent that's calling you, and you know, I guess I would just ask, don't be rude when they call you and say, hey, how the heck did you get my number? You know, I'm gonna refrain from using profanity, but you know, let's just understand that these guys, you know, what we teach agents here is, you know, you're gonna get those people that say, you know, F off, I don't want to talk to you. You're gonna get people that say that, but you know, the way that we take it is, you know, not right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to buy a house right now.
Right.
And so for us, it's just an easier way to deal with rejection because that's difficult. So, you know, nobody wants to just be told, no, I don't like you, stop talking to me. So, but that's a reality of this job. So.
And I mean, back to the personality thing, it's like we have 30 something agents here. So it's like if you don't work with this realtor, well, maybe you'd work good with this realtor, and we're all this big circle of you know, real estate professionals that can take care of you. And I mean, we are the number 3 team in Washington State for transactions.
Yeah.
I believe, is that accurate?
I think it's so for deals that we've done with both sides. So I'm not sure on how that metric really works, but
What's that called?
you know,
transactions on both sides.
yeah.
And we're the number 1 reviewed team here on Google. So yeah, read our reviews. We got tons of them on there. A lot of people very happy with the services and things that the Top Agent Team offers. So yeah, we're here to help. That's our overall goal. It's not to, like Kyle said, you know, push you or make you do something you don't want to do. It's we're here to help. You're online, you're looking for homes. We can help you find exactly what you're looking for.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, and I guess one other thing with that is just understand that, you know, I talked a little bit about personalities, and you know, maybe you may not be a great fit, or we may not be a great fit working together, and that is something that, you know, when I'm meeting with somebody, I'll say, you know, the first 3 things that we talk about when I have never talked to an agent, or sorry, when I've never talked to a client before, and I'm first calling them on the phone, the first 3 things I want to tell them is like, look, I want to meet with you. I want to get belly to belly because I want to make sure that you like me and I like you. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather work with you now, or I'd rather, shake hands and part ways friends now rather than 6 months down the road. You be frustrated with me because you may not like my style or something like that. I'd rather do that then and save your time. So when you go on realtor.com and you have 5 agents reaching out to you, all doing the same thing, wanting to set up a time to meet with you, just maybe consider actually sitting down with the agent before just going to see a house. And I know the market is super quick. So getting out to go see a house is imperative right now. I mean, you need to go, if you see it on the market, you want to go and take a look at it right now. So again, I would say take 5, 10, 15 minutes to talk with the agent, get to know them a little bit more, and make sure that you actually you like and you trust them. So that's just my last 2 cents on that, because I think it's one of the most important decisions that you're ever going to make, one of the biggest purchases you're ever going to make, and you want to make sure that the person working for you, that you like and you trust them. So.
And back to the home valuation tool. So when someone goes on our site to the home valuation tool, I believe they just go to our sell tab, they hit the what's your home worth, and boom, you just type in your address. After that happens, what does a client get?
Yeah, so they'll get usually just an email that says this is a range of your home valuation. To get a more detailed CMA or valuation, an agent will be reaching out to you.
Right.
And so we have, again, we collect your information. Again, if it's a bogus email or a bogus phone number, but you put your information out online to get a home valuation, we have just as many questions with that. Like, why would you put this bad email in if you wanted to see your home valuation? Do you not want to know what the accurate valuation is? Because again, you could just go on Zillow and look up that price and kind of get a decent idea. So for us, again, we want to actually take the time. Generally, I mean, if you're in the average price point, for me personally, it probably would take 15 to 20 minutes to do a CMA. Mm-hmm. If an agent tells you it takes them longer,
rookie.
I mean, again, maybe they are, and that's fine. The other thing is maybe they just haven't had enough practice or training with somebody to actually, like a mentor, to go through. Right. This is how you do this, and it doesn't need to be quick. I can get a detailed CMA completed in 15 to 20 minutes. So it's kind of one of those things. I mean, now generally that's the average price point. If you're talking about $1 million property that has no other comparables, that's a little bit more difficult to price out, and I may need a little bit more time to do that. But even at that point, you're usually talking to the seller and trying to figure out, okay, where are you, like, what do you need to get out of this? So I have an idea, and what's a net number that you're looking to get. So again, kind of just trying to demystify a lot of this stuff, because there's a lot to it. So again, a home valuation, you're going to get an email that's going to say, hey, we're going to have one of our agents reach out to you and give you a CMA. So again, if you give us a bogus number and a bogus email, we can't help you. We can't go. I have a hard time just driving up to someone's property, knocking on their door and saying, hey, you sent in a home valuation. And then they open the door and saying, no, we didn't. Get off my property. I've had that happen a few times. Right. And I'm like, it's not that it's not, obviously it's uncomfortable. But at the same point, it's like, what if that was that person's mom or that person's good friend that was just looking up the home valuation for them? I mean, sometimes that happens. Yeah. A lot of the time that actually happens for people that are buying, and they say, oh, my son lives in Spokane, and I'm just looking at what home value or home prices are over there if they want to buy. So again, a lot of that kind of stuff happens. So.
Yeah, and it's interesting too, because any of those home valuation tools on our side, on Zillow, whatever you use, it just goes off of comparables, right? Mm-hmm. It's just off comparables. So the computer can't look into your home and see that you've updated your kitchen or your bathroom or added on, certain aspects to your home. That obviously will increase the price of your home as well, correct?
That's always one of the first things I say when I'm talking to sellers, or if I'm calling, for sale by owners or something like that. If they have pictures up, that's great. Or people that are just looking to get their home valuation and they say, oh yeah, that's really close. I always tell them, I was like, you know what? Unfortunately, I don't have a robot that can come fly through your house and take pictures yet. So I'd love to at least come take a look and maybe tell you, maybe you're looking at actually a higher value. It might be higher. It might be a little bit under that value. Again, we don't know what the what the state of your home is. Like, there's the third thing would be, how does the interior of your house compare to the other comparables in your neighborhood? So, we're looking at updating, or, if the carpets need to be replaced, or stuff like that. That's going to be the ultimate thing. And so how it really, I guess the way it, like appearance. I mean, I know it sounds shallow, but it's the appearance of the house.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean,
so
if they bought it with the kitchen and it was painted lime green, and they updated it and did some stuff too. Yeah, I'm sure you do. It makes sense. And if you guys want a free home valuation, what we just talked about now, we'll leave the link in the description and in the comments as well, so you can go check out that tool, use it, and see how much your home's worth, and have one of us reach out to you, possibly even come out there and take a look, walk around, see what you've done to the place, and see what we would put it on the market for today. If you're curious, I mean, that's the next step for you. And other than that, that's all I got today, Kyle.
Yeah, really quick, just one other touch on that. Also love to give, it's called a broker price opinion. So love to give those out and actually just kind of tell you, like, hey, if you're looking to get a certain number out of it, I would recommend possibly doing this, this, and this to your house.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's just something to consider. Again, with rates as low as they are right now, home equity loans, refinances, all that kind of stuff. If you're serious about selling, I would suggest possibly taking something like that out and then seeing how much money. Again, it's a cash on cash return thing. So,
yeah.
If you're not familiar with that is, we'd love to help you through that, and kind of get an idea. Like, if I spend X amount and I think I get this for the house, what's my return on getting my home equity loan and then paying them both off once you sell the house anyway. So there's a lot of those options, and I think if you have a few months, or you have a couple months that you can get a contractor in and slap a coat of paint on, maybe get some new cabinets or countertops, or a kitchen update or something like that. We'd love to come in and give you some pointers on that. So yeah,
sweet deal. 50 bones. Leave a comment down below. We're heading here right now to go get some cheeseburgers. $50 at the Union Tavern over at Sprague in Spokane. Just leave a comment, emoji, drop something, say hello, where you're from, what you're doing.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you next week.